The body code. I have special powers. I know what goes on inside your body. Okay, so I've been practicing muscle testing for upwards of 13 years now. Back in 2003, I took this amazing course called the Body Talk. So my kids basically have grown up with mommy putting like a piece of fruit or some kind of food, hold it up here, now put out your arm, and they put out their arm and I'm like, okay, let's see, oh, it's good for you, and oh no, it's not good for you. So my kids know all about this. This is basically how I've raised them. But a couple of years ago, I took this amazing course. You know, I read about the emotion code course. I was like, okay, it sounds up my alley, why not, I'll try it. But nothing could have prepared me for what I learned. So this software that Dr. Bradley Nelson put together called the Body Code, you can literally walk around your body using muscle testing to find, is it this or is it that? Is it this or is it that? You can walk around your body to discover what your issue is. So like if you're having insomnia, what's the base? What's it from? Is it from an organ, from a gland? Is it from an emotion? Is it from some kind of toxin in your environment? Maybe it's from a food. What's going on? And then it will also allow you to do some more further muscle testing to discover what to do about it. Oh, it's great to know what my problem is, but now what do I do about it? Do I need to go to a chiropractor? Do I need to have some, massage done? I've never had that come up. Do I need to have, some foods removed from my diet, or I need to have extra vitamins, or maybe there's another professional I need to be referred to, or maybe there's trapped emotions I need to remove. Okay, I'm going to give you a couple examples of amazing stories that I've seen. Okay, so one client I had on the East Coast, a lady who called me that her son was having a number of issues, some emotional, some things to do with his father and everything and school environment, but two main things that were really, really hard was that he had terrible insomnia, couldn't fall asleep at night, and the other thing was that he'd wake up in the middle of the night with these terrible muscle spasms in the back of his legs and his calf muscles. So she's like, I really need help with this. Can you do something? So I'm like, I don't know, let's see. We'll see what's going on. So what came up was the pineal gland in the back of the eyes, your pineal gland. So I'm like, okay, well that will explain, the insomnia, because that's the gland that, that secretes the melatonin to help you fall asleep at night. But what does that got to do with the calves and the muscles in the back of the legs? And what do we do about it also, right? So, so I went and I asked, like, what does this got? How does this connect to the calves? And we went into the meridians, okay? And I got in the 12 meridians, I got the liver meridian. So the liver meridian looks like this. It starts in the back of your eyes, where your pineal gland is. Then it goes down, hits the liver, and then it goes down to the back of the muscles in the back of your legs. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's like a direct line from the pineal gland and right until these muscles in the back of the legs. And that's exactly what the problem was. And I'm like, okay, so then what's the solution? He had trapped emotions, dealing specifically with his father that he had a difficult relationship with. Trapped emotions in his liver, and that's why it was affecting the liver meridian. So we cleared those emotions and he started sleeping better, and those muscle spasms literally disappeared. When I was just starting this, when I hardly knew anything about it, I was practicing, I figured, you know what, my daughter's having this, we had just moved, and my daughter, I think she was 4 at the time, and she did not want to go to preschool. Maybe she was 5, I can't remember. And she was every day kicking and screaming. She didn't want to go. I'd walk with her and I'd sit in class for an hour with her, trying to get her to calm down and be happy, and she didn't want to go. I'm like, okay, maybe she has some trapped emotions. I'm learning about this. So I went in and I found out all the trapped emotions that she was having, being a new environment, having moved, being difficult for her, and we removed the trapped emotions. I kid you not. Okay, I kid you not, the next day, I brought her to her preschool and she said, okay, Mommy, I don't need you, I can go in myself, and she skipped into the classroom herself. I was like, what? Then I was becoming a practitioner myself, and I was experimenting on my family and my friends. So I got my hands on one of my friends, and we did, I can't remember, 2, 3, a whole bunch of sessions removing a lot of trapped emotions and heart wall and all kinds of things from her past. And days went by and she's like, so am I supposed to be feeling something different? And then a week or 2 went by and she's like wondering, what was I supposed to feel different? And then she calls me one day and she's like, Lisa, you're not gonna believe this. You're not gonna believe what just happened to me. And I'm like, what? So she said, for years I've had spring allergies. She said I couldn't walk out the door without, a box of tissues all the time, blowing, sneezing. It was terrible. And I didn't realize, when we did the emotion code, we cleared all those trapped emotions, I didn't know what effect it had on me. I was waiting to see the difference. And then, spring arrived and I started with my tissues and it was worse than ever. I never had it so bad for a couple days, and all of a sudden it disappeared. It was gone. That's it. And to this day, 3 years later, she's never singly needed a tissue for her spring allergies. That it completely cleared it. Unbelievable. I had another client who called me from England, and this one was such a simple fix, I couldn't get over it. She called me saying that she has been seeing a psychologist, she's been seeing a psychiatrist. She has ringing in her ears that no one else hears. Only she hears this ringing. It's in one ear, and she hears terrible ringing all the time. And she thinks she's going crazy. She's been to psychiatrists and psychologists. She's had numerous, appointments, and she doesn't know what to do because she thinks she's going crazy. So I said, okay, let's see what's going on. I'm not a therapist, I'm not a psychologist. I don't know if I can help you in that way, but let's see what's going on. So we went into the body code system, and right away it sent me to dental work. So I'm I don't know how this is related, but did you by any chance have any dental work recently? And she's like, yeah, I had a bunch of, root canals. It was terrible. And I said, oh, okay. So trying to figure out how this is related. And it turns out that when they did the dental care, they opened her jaw really wide, and it had displaced her jaw to the point where something was pinched in her inner ear, that she was hearing this noise. And it all had to do with a physical problem because of her dental work. So all she needed to do was go to a chiropractor, have her jaw put back in place, and bingo, it was all gone. Simple solution. Learning muscle testing, it takes time, it takes practice, but like my son's 3rd grade teacher taught us, practice makes progress. So the more you practice at it, the better you'll get. I really suggest starting on someone else, having someone else put out their arm and you trying, yes and no questions, or guessing their age or whatever it is, to see, to practice and to be able to feel it. But eventually you can do it on yourself. And not only can you do it on yourself, but you can even do it on yourself having someone else in mind, someone who's on the other side of the ocean. As Dr. Bradley Nelson says, I don't know how this works. I just work here. The body code has completely changed my life and the way that I parent my children. It is literally a game changer in so many different areas. I highly suggest you're looking into this, and you can come to me for a session. I'd love to get my hands on you. Or my mind on you, yeah. Or even better, go look into the body code yourself. If you get the body code, if you have it for yourself in your own home, in your own computer, when you learn how to do this muscle testing, you'll have it for years to come to work on your children, on your friends, your family, and even yourself. Both links are in the description below. Talk about miracle maker moms.